South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has tested positive for Covid-19. His office released a statement saying he felt unwell after a state memorial service for the former president, F.W. de Klerk. He's being treated for mild symptoms. Ramaphosa has been vaccinated against the virus. The British government has raised the coronavirus threat level, warning the spread of the Omicron variant is pushing the UK back into risky territory. Alert level 4 won't immediately affect rules and regulations. A move to level 5 would bring more restrictions and would be triggered if there were fears of the health system becoming overwhelmed. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has urged people to get a third shot.
No one should be in any doubt. There is a tidal wave of Omicron coming, and I'm afraid it is now clear that 2 doses of vaccine are simply not enough to give the level of protection we all need. But the good news is that our scientists are confident that with a third dose, a booster dose, we can all bring our level of protection back up. A fortnight ago, I said we would offer every eligible adult a booster by the end of January. Today, in light of this Omicron emergency, I'm bringing that target forward by a whole month. Everyone eligible aged 18 and over in England will have the chance to get their booster before the new year.
So let's bring in Dr. Bharat Pankhania. He's a senior clinical lecturer at the University of Exeter Medical School. He joins us via Skype from Bath in the United Kingdom. Bharat, good to have you back with us. So you heard Boris Johnson there saying a tidal wave of Omicron is going to hit the country. Why is he saying this now? And how worried is Boris Johnson about just how fast this variant is spreading?
There's such a lot of confusion and concerns the way it was suddenly announced on a Sunday, a pre-recorded message. And I personally feel that Prime Minister Johnson has once again got it wrong. Let me explain why. Prime Minister Johnson continuously keeps on talking about one thing only, which is boosters, boosters and boosters. If you were to take advice from any scientist worth their salt will tell you that one way to keep the infection numbers down, case numbers down, is a multi-layered approach. The multi-layered approach which Prime Minister Johnson just doesn't want to do is wear your mask, wear it properly, wear a good quality mask, work from home, cancel parties, stop gatherings in pubs and restaurants, have your boosters, have your seasonal influenza vaccine too.
Okay.
So it is that multiple approach that is needed.
OK, we'll come back to the boosters in a second, Bharat, but the UK, we know, has raised its COVID alert level from 3 to 4. In your experience, briefly, is this going to be enough to slow the spread of Omicron, given that scientists believe it's more transmissible than the Delta variant?
It's very difficult because already we've got an exponential rise in case numbers, and this is why I'm feeling depressed that we're not talking about masks and stay at home and cancel the parties.
And Boris Johnson seems to be, as you say, pinning his hopes on speeding up the booster campaign. How much more protection will the booster jab give against Omicron? Because we are already hearing that Omicron might be able to evade vaccines to some degree.
Yes, indeed. So Omicron is maybe a little bit vaccine evasive. However, what the boosters do is produce a large amount of those antibodies, also a slightly more diverse range of antibodies, and therefore we can say that that booster works against Delta as well as against Omicron, because we have more of it and a slightly broader range of the antibodies.
Let me just get a final thought from you. I mean, how much risk is there to the UK population that without the booster we could see many more hospitalisations, even deaths from Omicron? Because that's likely then to put the National Health Service, the NHS, under serious strain going into Christmas.
Indeed, indeed. So whilst we know that in South Africa the infection is not so severe, we just don't know if it will or will not be severe in an older age population in the UK. And therefore, we have to tread carefully. And one way to tread carefully is to suppress case numbers, suppress them immediately, rather than just focus on take your boosters.
Dr. Bharat Pankhania, always good to get your thoughts. Thank you very much indeed for talking to Al Jazeera. Thank you.
Thank you.